Welcome to Beyond the Bio with Terra the Connector, a podcast about people behind the success stories. I'm Terra Csotty, entrepreneur, host, and passionate connector, and I believe that behind every achievement, there's a journey filled with lessons, courage, and connection. This show isn't about filters, highlights, or titles. It's about the real stuff, the risk, the growth, and the relationships that shape who we become. Because success isn't just what you do, it's who you are beyond the bio. Welcome to Beyond the Bio with Terra the Connector. Today I'm here with Michael Rowley, and he is the owner and president of Impact Home Staging Experts and Interiors by Impact. Now, what began as a business built alongside his wife Darla has grown into a respected company within the real estate industry for more than 2 decades. But Michael's story isn't just about entrepreneurship. After becoming his wife's primary caregiver during her battle with breast cancer, he learned lessons about leadership, purpose, resilience, and what truly matters in life. So today he joins us to share the story behind the success and the lessons that shaped him along the way. So welcome, Michael.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So you obviously, the business has been around for 2 decades.
Yep,
Impact.
22 years this year.
But you weren't always a big part of it.
So I was a co-founder with her, and I laughed for years because I work in a corporate job in IT security. I laughed for years that I was the chairman of a nonprofit corporation. Just like every business that starts out, we had our struggles.
Right.
But, 2-3 years of that, and I thought, okay, well, she'll eventually give up on that. But nope, she persevered and built it from a one-woman operation to now we are 18 employees right now, mostly women. The whole company is pretty much run by women, and we have a lot of loyal and longtime employees. So we have been serving Michigan for a long time now.
So how did you get into the staging industry, you and Darla? Tell me a little bit about how you got into that.
Okay. Well, Darla was an executive at Kmart for years, 24 years. She rose up from calling blue light specials and as a teenager to going off to the Fashion Institute, learning retail environment as well as fashion design, interior design also. And then she was doing design layouts for stores for years as well as doing fashion merchandising. So as they were downsizing and then eventually moved to Chicago later as part of Sears, she took the opportunity in a buyout to go bye-bye. And she had always wanted to get into home staging, which was, we had done a little bit of home staging back in 1999, just informally, side gig, as we'd now call it, but side gig, and started out that nobody knew about home staging. It was unknown. It wasn't even barely on TV. There was the one show on HGTV that kind of gave us an idea. It was the one with Lisa Laporta. I still remember it. Staging by Design or something along that line. But she said she wanted to do it, and I said, do whatever you want. I support you. And that grew from 1 person to 2 people to 3 to 5 to 10. And during the way, we had always done interior design, and Darla was an incredible interior designer. And so we have worked in interior design and home staging now for 22 years. And we are we're the largest in Michigan, and we are one of the largest in the United States for home staging. Wow. So we're actually in the top 10. So
it's amazing.
We stage, we've staged as many as 500 homes in 1 year. We can stage it right now based on what I have for furniture, about 150 homes at one time. We're usually averaging in the summer about 100. And during the wintertime, it's about half of that. And then the interior design, it's been something that we do everything from custom blinds and shades to custom furniture to construction, and we work with some construction partners. We've been doing that on and off for the full 22 years, and it wasn't until when Darla was sick the last time, she said, you need to focus on the interior design also. Eventually, I knew I was going to be running the show.
Yeah.
So, and now we've done that with the expansion of our warehouses. We've put in a new design facility in our new offices. So we have a showroom, and we've got some great partners that we work with, whether it be blinds, drapes, rugs, and furniture. We're loving it. So
I love that. Now, do you know of or remember of any moments that really helped boost the business? Like maybe a certain person gave you a shot and it really grew your business. Do you have any moments like that?
So there's a few, and I'm not going to pander to the crowd here, but one of the bigger things we did was Darla believed, and this is just the way it was, Darla believed that marketing was a cost. And I always preached marketing is an investment. And so one of the biggest investments we made early on was to partner with real producers. And I'm not just saying that because it's you. We've been longtime partners, and we will continue to be because we've seen proven ROI on that. So that was one of our first steps into marketing. Darla, we didn't have anybody. Nobody was doing it. Darla would occasionally write a blog article on it for our website, but that was it. The social media was something I was repurposing other people's stuff at that point in time. Yeah. So it wasn't. But your entities were our first big step that led into a future growth. So, there's the times that you have to take on debt, and there's the times you have to spend without a defined future. From a marketing point of view, we started spending with you, and we've spent with others also, but we consistently stick with real producers. Yes. I still remember the time we decided to move from Darla driving a crew cab pickup truck to investing in our first truck, and then moving from storage facilities, then moving into a warehouse, then moving into a second warehouse, then buying a second truck, a third truck, a fourth truck, and bringing on all these people. So it's a gradual, as you spend, many times you start to double. And that's what we felt. So with the marketing, we have, and even since I took over, since her passing, we've doubled our spend with you, and we've seen a greater return on investment. It's the same with my trucks. It's the same with my warehouse.
Yeah, I love that because I don't think everyone gets what marketing is all about. And you really double down.
Yeah.
With real producers. I mean,
we did.
You guys have been with us for 8 years.
A long time.
In Oakland County, Wayne County, Macomb County. And you've had a half page for years, and then you are now at a full page for over a year now. Yep. And
we've seen a great return on investment.
I love that.
Also at the same point in time as we've upped what we're currently doing. So we've really taken it to the next level. Our monthly items that we're doing with you in another magazine are something that's a primary focus all the time. It has to be right. It has to be spot on.
Yeah.
It has to appeal to our realtor partners as well as to all of our other builder partners and investors that are reading Real Producers.
Yeah, so actually, let's talk about that. You work with some builders.
We do.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about how those relationships started and how it's impacted your business.
So we started working with builders originally because there were some smaller builders that could not afford a full-time interior designer. Mm-hmm. So they brought us on to do interior design. So we, as part of Interiors by Impact, is we work with 4 different builders. We actually design the packages that their customers choose from. So if the customer is coming in and says, I want to pick a gold faucet, and they say, okay, here's the 3 that go with the style you're going with, choose one. And we put together the packages for the builders because they're not experts on design. And obviously, you know from building a house, you make a decision, you're living with it for 8, 10, 12, or 20 years. Right. So you've got to do it right the first time. One of the other advantages of working with us, whether it be our Interiors by Impact, our interior design firm, or Impact Home Staging Experts, is we are far cheaper than an interior designer for a model home. So if a home's going to be, let's say, anywhere between $700,000 to maybe $1 million, which many of them going up right now are in that price range, an interior designer to get in there is going to be $50,000 to $100,000. They're going to decorate that model. Now, some people come into that model and immediately go, oh, that's great, I'll buy the one down the street. Some people come in and go, I want to buy the model. Well, then they have to bring in another interior designer or the interior designer back and redo it all over again for a new fixed cost. We're working with 2 national builders here in town, as well as 5 other builders here in town, and some of them are real producer partners. Yes. And we are doing the model homes for them. So we do their model, however they would see fit. Obviously, we bring our design style, and we fit it according to the architecture, whether it be transitional or modern. We have furniture to match anything. We bring it in. That is their model. They have a 1-year typically they agree to a 1-year agreement, and then we will move that furniture as they sell that model to the next house and to the next house. So the builder that's doing the racetrack out in Novi and Northville, we've moved that furniture like 6 times already this year. And we'll probably move it at least 3 more times.
Oh, wow.
So it's very cost effective for a builder to work with us. We're the largest. We could turn it around the fastest. We have the greatest buying power of going ahead and putting in whatever you want. And we could scale it from whether it's $100,000 or $200,000 house, which would be a lower end package. We got furniture for that, and we got furniture appropriate for $12 million, $20 million homes. And if I don't have it, we buy it. It's the way it goes.
Now, if someone walks into a model home and they want to buy the furniture, do you offer that?
Yep. We had one in Birmingham recently. I'm trying to think. The building's right on Old Woodward. It's next to the 555 building. There was a couple condos that we redid in there, and they were listed about $1 million. And they were on the market for 2 days, multiple offers, which is typically what happens when staging is done. And the person that came through with the deal, with the most cash table, also said, I only will buy this if I get the furniture too. And so we worked up a replacement cost for that, and it was most of it was brand new anyway. I think a majority of it was new for that job, and we sold all the furniture. So
I love that.
Yeah,
I've actually bought furniture from you guys, and it's so comfy.
I know.
So you get really good quality stuff. I think there are stagers out there who maybe don't get the nice stuff, or they stage it with not a real bed.
Yeah.
You know, you see stuff like that.
And we originally did that too, because there wasn't a really good opportunity. So we originally used air mattresses. But in Michigan and homes on the market, sometimes those air mattresses, many times they go flat. So we were running around pumping them up all the time. So we just had to make the investment in real beds. Many people start off in the industry and they're using secondhand furniture that they have, or they'll recover furniture. And there's an appropriate place for that, depending on what your price point is.
Right.
If your price point is $100,000 and it's a flipper in Detroit, that could be appropriate as long as it's clean and looks inspirational or aspirational for the home buyer. But if you're selling in Birmingham or Bloomfield Hills and it's $5 million, it better be transitional or modern, whatever fits the house. Mid-century modern, we can do that too. It's just got to fit the house. So there's a balance out there. We have discounts with about every furniture manufacturer out there, whether we're doing interior design or we're doing home staging. But you got to put the right thing in the right house. There are some that want RH. I want RH in my staged home. That's great. I'd love to put RH in there, but it's a little too heavy for everyone to carry. And a lot of the condos in Birmingham don't have an elevator big enough. It's going up with a crane. So if you're willing to pay for that, that's fine. But most of the time, we're going to go with an RH. It'd be an RH look versus RH. Small little things to add in. Add in an RH table versus adding in a RH sectional that costs $10,000. But you could do that. So we do sell a lot of our furniture on a regular basis. Yearly, we tend to sell or we donate to Habitat for Humanity or Humble Design. We recently gave 4 trucks worth of furniture to Humble Design, which helps women coming out of a difficult situation and establish them a new home. And by doing that, we decorate the whole home from everything.
I love that.
Furniture, dishes, utensils, everything. So it has been good for us. We turn the furniture over about once every 3 years. Most of it is just due to the fact that trends change. Now, for years, it was a darker trend in regard to couches. Right now, it's creams and whites. Not my favorite, but it is popular. So we have a lot of creams and whites now, and we're investing in a lot of furniture. So as you buy something at a luxury level, you eventually move it down 2 years or 1 year later. It moves down at our next level down, and eventually moves the next level down of packages. And then we donate it out at that point in time to a deserving charity.
So I will say I'm super impressed with your warehouse, because you have so many things, so many items to be able to stage a home. How many different items do you have in there, or square footage?
And we have it all inventoried.
And
it's 3-story warehouse. We are now in our 3rd building. So we've got 3 buildings, 2 adjoining and 1 across the parking lot. And we're at about between 12 and 15,000 square feet of storage right now. We're 3 stories width of shelves. SKU wise, I think we're probably over 100,000 SKUs in our inventory, accessories and everything else, art.
Wow.
And we're adding to that. I think I spent close to 6 figures just on furniture in the last 3 months alone.
Wow.
So a lot of it is all coming at the luxe level. We're doing a lot more luxury stuff, but a lot of it's been for special projects also for builders where we're putting it in for a year and it's going to be there, and it's lightly, I mean, people will sit on it when they're looking at the house, and that's about it. It's lightly used, very lightly used. So we have a lot, and we continue to invest. We probably put about $100,000 to $200,000 a year into new furniture, almost every year.
Wow. So let's kind of back up a little bit because Darla was the owner for, and I know you're both the owners.
Yes.
Excuse me with that. But she was more present because you have another job.
Yes.
So how was the transition as you being the boss?
Yeah, it's been interesting. I've been in IT security and governance for manufacturers and for banks for years, 30 plus years.
Wow.
I got in at the very beginning. I was a hacker that got in and later became an auditor in governance and everything else. And I've been doing that full time for 30 plus years. I was a good support for her. I mean, she wanted to run her own show and she took very little feedback. I mean, we talked about it every night. I know everything about this industry. There's no surprise when I had to take over. I just literally just sat in her chair in the giant scheme of things.
Yeah.
We have the same people. We have most of our employees are over 10 years with us.
Wow.
So we have huge loyalty. We take care of everyone. We're a family. And so it was a change, and it still is a change. I spend a couple days a week there, and I spend the rest of the time at the bank. But I have all the right people running it. So even though I took over, and to some it's like, oh, well, it's not female owned anymore. Well, it's female run. Everyone has been employed by me for a long time and has been running the show. And I am I could step away for a year and nothing would change other than it would be continue to be profitable, continue to grow the business, and continue to generate hundreds of 5-star reviews. We're good.
So, I've known Darla for 8 years.
Yes.
Because, you guys have been a partner for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And how was it trying to run a business, deal with everything that you're going through, and still being successful?
So we were very fortunate early on. One of the things that when the business started growing, and you know this well as a business owner, multiple business owners, you never get a day off. And you've got to plan for the day off, and you have to plan for the vacations. Early on, when we took a week off, that would mean we'd fall behind in the business 2 or 3 weeks. So we had to hire the right people, and I have all the right people. I will never lose the people I have. I don't want to lose them. I never will lose them, and I will take care of them. And so we're really good, and we just run seamlessly because we have the people all in the right spots. So that's important. But we built a succession plan for Darla and I to start traveling. And we did travel quite a bit, especially after she was diagnosed. I've been to 32 countries. I went 14 with her. We traveled all over the United States. We saw family. We did things that we kept on saying, someday. But someday is now. So that's how we ended up really getting to where we're at. So when she passed, which was, to say the least, difficult for everyone involved, the business continued running. And last year was our most profitable year. We grew by 20+% in regard to sales, which is That's very amazing. Good year. We invested in new warehouse, new furniture, and we did really, really well. It was a rough year, but went really well. And the change, although I'm a different person coming in, and I have to be a lot more empathetic these days. Instead of dealing with just IT guys or executives, now I'm dealing with people where I am their primary source of income, and they're my responsibility as well. So it's been different. It's been good. I'm very empathetic, and that's my leadership style. we work well together. I have a great crew. I'm really
You do.
fortunate.
You have a great team. I've met many of them.
Yeah, I think you've probably met everyone because year 8 to year, from the first time we were together to now.
Right.
I think I've only added 2 employees in that time frame who are still with us.
Right.
I mean, everyone else was there when you started.
Even the guys that deliver the furniture, I've
Yes.
met many of them over the years.
Yeah. I've got 5
great crew.
logistics team of 5 guys right now, and one of them is at 5 years, and he's related to one of the other guys who's 12 years, another guy's 15 years. So
how funny.
we've got the same guys, and my son's also working for me too.
Oh, nice.
Yep, he's doing multiple hats over there, but he's working in logistics, also working on a lot of documentation and processes stuff for me too.
So I have to ask you, because you're such a busy guy, how do you find balance? Do you have a personal life?
I can say the same to you. Do you have a personal life?
Trying.
So one of our other businesses, we have short-term rentals, and then I also rent my boat through that. So I take people out on rentals out on Lake St. Clair, and therefore then take care of the boat, pays for the boat, and also I take other people out and get to enjoy. So I'm doing that again this weekend as long as the weather cooperates with us. So you got to have those streams of income coming in, and at the same point in time is manage to do something you want to do that's going to give you that balance. Is it perfect? Not at all. What is perfect balance these days? I mean, I try to spend more time in the garden. I try to spend time with family. Yeah, I love gardening. Both of us, we're passionate about gardening. We also are spending more time doing quick trips, 4 or 5 days, go to the western side of Michigan. So we have some investments also, apartment buildings in Texas. So I get down there a few times a year to see those.
Wow. Well, you're a busy guy.
Diversify the income.
So what do you see for the future? What's up and coming in the next few years with Impact and the
it's a few
interior
things.
side?
And this is a touchy for multiple reasons. Obviously, AI is influencing things greatly. Physically staging is always going to be a little more expensive than AI staging. But everything that National Association of Realtors finds out, that people are highly dissatisfied when they see this pretty thing on the screen and go and see that it's not that. Or the distortion in the background from all the apps that are out there utilizing AI. They don't put things that are appropriate in there. Staging is to help sell a home, and obviously it's to reduce any design flaws, but enhance all the design around it. It's to accentuate. It's like a makeup. It's like putting on a suit to go to an interview. You put forward your right face. AI doesn't necessarily do it. It's great for reels. It's great for being that online presence, but we're talking about selling $1 million homes. Is somebody going to buy it without going to look at it? Studies will show you from NAR that people want to see the home exactly the way they saw it online. They want to see the furniture, so it looks better. But that's going to be a competition because a lot of people still want to shave $1 here and $1 there, even though staging overall in this market will cost you about 1 to 1.5% on average the price of the home. Not that expensive at all.
Yeah.
California, it's 10%. Here, it's about 1.5%, sometimes 2. Depends on the home involved.
So do you find you mentioned $1 million homes, but what about the homes that are less than 500,000?
Yep. Not many of them these days. We stage everything. Even if the market is good or bad, staging always leads to an increase in the price offers, an increase in the number of offers. It decreases the time on market. It also gives you workable looking photos and presentation for open houses, for people to come through, or for anything they're publicizing online, because all good realtors are building reels and carousels all day around that.
Yeah.
So you got to have the right pictures. It also, at the same point in time, it leads to increased price offers. So you have a greater chance of selling it. National Association of Realtors has everything in the world. They put out an annual report on home staging. It states staging works. It always works. And it's not that expensive overall. We're really efficient, and we are really this area of the country is cheaper to stage than almost anywhere else.
Right. Now, you guys also go to homes to evaluate the home. And even if there's minor things, or even use their own furniture. Is that correct?
Yep. So we have multiple services. If you're got great furniture and you don't want to stage, or if you already know what it's going to do, or what we could come out and talk to you about how to increase the home's value. We have consultation packages. We send somebody out to do a consultation, write a report, give them a list of 10, 20, 30, or 40 things to do. We help them depersonalize the house too. You don't want any personal items in the house to distract from the sale of the home. And that overall does. So whether it's neutralizing colors, neutralizing furniture, or possibly repainting or doing curb appeal, we do all of it inside and out.
Okay.
So I would highly suggest that everyone at minimum always has, whether their realtor offers it or we do as home staging, is come on in and give you a valuation of what's best to sell your home. We know. We've done 5,000 plus houses in this area over 22 years, maybe even more. We know it's in the billions and that we've contributed toward the sale of.
Okay.
It's crazy.
So as far as partnerships, you mentioned you have partnerships with builders.
Mm-hmm.
Are there other people in the industry you have partnerships with that impact your business?
We do. We have multiple realtors that we are part of their marketing package.
Oh.
We work out deals specifically for those realtors, or it depends on case-by-case basis. We are part of their team. We also have many investors we work with where they go ahead. We've got a list of all their flips. We know exactly what the floor plan is. Weeks before it's done, we go out there, we take a look where we're at, we get them on the schedule, and we go in and we stage it, quickly turn it around. And we could do it whether it be 15 days, 30 days, 60 days, 45 days, or 1 year plans. We can do a custom, staging agreement for any amount of time. And we could typically turn a stage around. I'm not going to promise this every day, but we could turn a stage around in 24 hours or less. We're that fast. We've got everything to do it. Do I want to do that? No, but we can do that because we have the facilities, the warehouse. I control the trucks. I control the guys. I control the team. We're fully insured. We're fully licensed. We're covered for everything. So we have it all.
Wow. I love it. So what, how do you stay grateful while carrying such, you're always so happy and grateful for everything. And how do you do that?
I'd say overall, I'm an extremely positive person, which is really important. And I know this is stoicism at its best, but I kind of embrace life amor fati. Everything that comes to you in life is for a purpose, and it's part of my path to growth. So whether it's good or bad, we look at it as an opportunity growing bigger because of it. If we fail to conquer that, we've learned a lesson, and we can always reapproach that. Or we pass through some difficulty and we move on to become greater people. So it was a little stressful, to say the least, the loss of, my wife as well as the business head. And she was the face of this company for 15 of the 20 plus years, 21 years that she was running it. She stepped back a bit during the cancer time, but overall, everyone knew Darla.
Yeah.
Everyone knew Darla. So it's been different. On the other hand, I look at it as another opportunity to expanding myself and a personality.
Yeah. So now the face is Michael Rowley. So look out for him.
I am now the face, but I'm still run by all the best people in the world.
Yes.
Our team is incredible.
Yes, you do have a good team. Okay, what is one word Darla would use to describe you?
God, that is funny because we didn't always agree on that. She would always say she'd say I procrastinated. It was always on the things that I didn't want to do that she wanted to henpeck about. I'm more of a spender, way more of a spender. So she was
spender or investor?
I would say both. I mean,
sounds like an investor.
Well, let's put it this way: talking her into vacations until she was diagnosed was always something difficult. And I'd say this is going to be an experience that we should do.
Yeah.
Don't put it off. And so I would be more willing, especially we were both of us are great cooks and we loved fine dining. We'd go out to every place in town.
Aw,
but
I love that.
If the conservative side of her would have said, we shouldn't really spend that money, where the other side of me would say the experience is worth it. We could worry about that later.
Yeah, and you always have those memories.
Always have those memories. Always have those memories.
What was one of your favorite memory vacationing or doing something with Darla?
We both enjoy and collect wine. So we've hit almost every wine region in the world.
Wow.
So, which is a lot of fun. I mean, our honeymoon was Napa and Sonoma for 2.5 weeks. We've been all over, whether it be the Willamette Valley in Washington or Oregon or in Michigan or in New York in the Finger Lakes or in France. We've done all the wine regions. For us recently, before she passed, we did almost 3 weeks in Italy and then the French Riviera as well as the Italian Riviera. And that was incredible.
That sounds amazing.
We fed and ate our way through that. So I would highly encourage that. So, yeah, those are memories of a lifetime.
What is the best advice you've ever received? Putting you on the spot here.
You know, and I'm probably not quoting this directly, but you have the optimist and the pessimist. And the pessimist may be right at the end of the day, but the optimist has a lot more fun getting to the end goal.
Yeah.
So I've always been extremely optimistic, and I'm not going to let anything get in my way. I look at it as an obstacle to work over, to plow through, or to conquer. And that's what we're going to do here.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it works. I mean, we've both run through at different points of time some difficult times in our personal lives, but we both persevere because we're in many ways the same person. We're optimistic. We're go-getters.
Right.
And we're not going to let anybody say no.
Right.
Truth?
Or the no will push us to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. I that's funny you say that because I mentioned earlier, I thought I was the chairman of a nonprofit corporation. In the first couple of years we ran the business, I'm like, are we making the right margins? Are we making margin? Are we losing money? And eventually that all works out. But one of the things I didn't know about her was that she could be told no. And she would always say, no is just no today.
Right.
No does not mean no tomorrow.
I agree.
So it just wasn't the right time and place. And we had some skeptics in the very beginning that later became our biggest cheerleaders and partners.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to look at life as. It's one big opportunity. But just because they say no today, there's no meaning around that. It's just no.
Yeah. I talk about that all the time because obviously with real producers, I meet with potential partners, and if it is a no, hey, it might be a yes down the road.
Exactly.
So I never burn a bridge.
Never.
And always keep that relationship open.
Yeah.
Because you just never know. If
You never
they're
know.
a good person, you know, those are the people I want to align with.
Agree
Good
completely.
people.
Agree completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've aligned with quite a few of the real producer partners.
Yeah.
And it has been really great return on investment for everybody involved.
I love that.
And we're going to continue to work those relationships hard. And I know that we will be doing business a long time together.
Well, we appreciate you. That's
We
for sure.
appreciate you.
Okay, so what legacy do you hope to leave? Now, I know you have a son, and your son works with you, right? Mm-hmm. You have this business.
Yeah, and we have multiple businesses, but this is obviously these two are big babies.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'd like to continue a legacy where he would move into one or more of these companies as a role and grow it himself. If he decides not to do that, there'll still be a family legacy and a trust out there. We have continued to get 5-star reviews, and I will continue to always put the customer first. We will continue to be the best known, the best rated, and continue to do business that way. And that's when you become profitable, is when you have all the right relationships. So we do business right. We do it honorably. We do it honestly, and we take care of our people and take care of our customers also. That's what I want to continue to do. That brings me greater satisfaction at the end of the day. The profits will come when you do all of those other things.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I will say that after 8 years of meeting, actually almost 9 now,
Yep.
Of meeting with real estate agents, Impact Home Staging has always been the most referred in the area.
Yes.
Out of anyone.
And that's why, and there are some great partners, and there's some great other companies that are out there. They don't have the size and breadth of us, and many of them we trained and supported as they grew. That was the way Darla wanted to do it. I think their competition is outstanding. Whether or not they use us, obviously I'm biased and I believe we're the best to be used. Home staging overall is a great marketing tool and will always make you money.
Yeah.
So at that point in time is if you don't use us, use one of us.
Yeah, there you go.
It's at the end of the day, the seller, who obviously their house sells, and the realtor who's making the commission, as well as the brokers making the commission or the builders making the commission on the home, they're all going to be happy with what they did. And that's what we want to continue to do.
So if people that are watching want to get in touch with you, what is the best way to reach you?
Well, if they want to reach me directly, they can reach me at impactids.com. That's IDS. So IMPACTIDS.com. Michael at impactids.com. And also Impact Home Staging Experts. We're also, our number and our website are the same. We've got multiple websites, but they all refer back to the same folks. And we will follow up with you immediately. And I'm on social media also on just about everything. So whether it be X or IG or anything else, we are out covering just about everything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you wanted to cover before we wrap up?
At the end of the day, adding on to the legacy stuff, if I could, at the end of the day, run the company, as I mentioned, which customers are happy, we're happy, people are profitable, and my employees are happy. And at the end of the day, that I'm donating furniture off to be repurposed to others and give back more to the community, that's important to me. So we are actively, I've been looking at our charity over the last few years, and I'm trying to increase our charity by tenfold. That means I need to be more profitable on the front side to do that. But that's worth it to me because there's a lot of benefit, and a lot of people don't have it as well as us out there.
Right.
People are in need. And so we're focusing on that between Habitat and a Humble Design. That's where we're focusing our energies, and we're going to continue to focus our energies. So if we can benefit those homes and we can help somebody else furnish their home permanently and they can build or rebuild their life with something we had, that's incredible.
Well, I love that. And I love both of those organizations that you work with.
They're fabulous. They're absolutely fabulous.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on Beyond the Bio.
Well, thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
I appreciate your partnership and just getting to know you better, as helping Impact grow and the interior design. And I'm looking forward to seeing you more at many more functions this year.
I will be there. I promise you, I will be there. And I look forward to our continued partnership.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, we'll see you on the next episode of Beyond the Bio with Terra the Connector. Thank you so much for spending this time with us on Beyond the Bio. If today's conversation resonated with you, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. You can watch the full episode on YouTube or listen wherever you get your podcasts, including Spotify and Apple Music. And if you want more behind-the-scenes content, clips, and updates, be sure to follow us on social media. You can also learn more, connect with me, and explore everything we're building at terratheconnector.com. Thanks again for being here. And remember, success isn't just what you do. It's who you are beyond the bio.